So I want to go back to that affidavit by Special Agent Babs. And she mentions interviewing 2 people who are incarcerated in the Philippines. Yeah. The other person that is, I don't think he's even mentioned in the affidavit, would be this guy, Mir Islam.
Yeah.
But that's so far in the future.
We're not even there yet.
We're in the heady days of 2010. Everything's great. We're on Xbox.
Is this what people are doing on Xbox Live?
I think that this is what people were doing on Xbox Live. I think that actually we'll talk about it much, much, much later.
I know.
This has kind of moved on to Roblox and Minecraft now.
Minecraft.
Yes.
I still don't know what that is.
No, but I think you should get into it. I don't really get it either. So back in 2010, and we're giving a little more context here, the FBI made a website to trade credit card information on called Carter Profits. And Mir Islam got busted. But who is Mir Islam? So this is according to his own lawyers. Islam was born in Bangladesh on June 24th, 1994. His family emigrated to the United States in 2000 and settled in the Bronx, New York. After a fairly normal childhood, Islam developed several mental health problems in adolescence, including bipolar disorder, chronic depression, OCD, and attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, one of the most deadly viruses known to man. None of these conditions were treated. Around the same time, Islam began immersing himself in online gaming, chatting, and other activities. Bad combination. These activities function as an addiction, both soothing and exacerbating his mood and attention disorders. As a result, Islam dropped out of high school and began spending 15 to 18 hours a day online without interruption or parental intervention.
Oh, no.
So like I said, Islam is this guy, and we've even moved on from Troy Woody. We're going even further back than Troy Woody than this. This guy, Mir Islam, is this like young kind of immigrant kid. He's a little fucked up. He's spending all this time online. He's kind of like learning how to do maybe not so great stuff online, like hacking, and stealing credit card information and selling credit card information. This is still like a pretty lucrative market on the internet. Like this exact kind of stuff still happens. This was relatively, not super early, but like relatively early because it was 15 years ago, in like the life cycle of these kind of crimes. And so like the FBI was like, oh, we're going to do like a big like sting operation. And to do that, they did Operation Card Shop, like I mentioned. They set up this website that the FBI itself was like monitoring and running for people to like essentially sell credit card information that they hacked and stole to other people who would then use it for like cyber crimes. So Operation Card Shop netted a bunch of people, around 34, including such illustrious members of society as I Wear a Magnum and The Boner One. And Cosmo the God.
Yeah, there's a big, long reported piece in Wired about this.
His name is not mentioned in some of the reporting around this. I mean, it's mentioned in the long piece in Wired about Cosmo. But his real name was Eric Taylor.
Yes.
It also netted Iju, a.k.a. Josh, a.k.a. Mir Islam.
Okay, so we have Eric Taylor and Mir Islam as a part of Operation Card Shop.
Yeah, and, it's kind of unclear. I actually talked to Joe Bernstein about this a little bit yesterday because he had, spoken to these people and sort of reported on this a long time ago. Troy Woody says that he was busted during all of this, but he didn't actually get arrested. So he was like, I know. It's a little interesting.
That's interesting.
I think all of these guys snitch on each other.
Look, we said this last episode. I'm going to repeat it. There's a lot of double crossing happening throughout this story, and it doesn't begin with Adam Izza. All of these people, like you say, snitch on each other and set each other up and like go back on one another all over the place. Like nobody is boys with anybody.
No,
there's
not
no
at all.
code.
There's no loyalty whatsoever. Well, weirdly
breaking the
enough,
code left and right.
Speaking of snitching, Mir Islam is let right out of jail and, in fact, given access to a computer. Now, usually when they bust you and you're a hacker, sort of famously, and this actually did happen to Eric Taylor, they're like, you can't use a computer. You are forbidden from like using a computer or accessing the internet. Like,
right.
Worse than death.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's I can't remember what it was, but there was one case, I don't know, maybe like 8 years ago, where a guy got this sort of condition for release, and he ended up hacking into stuff using a Fire Stick from like a Amazon Fire or whatever.
That's why they're trying to keep Bankman Fried away from all that shit.
Exactly.
carefully next time.